Hello guys and welcome to BlueBlock. Today we'll be talking about functions. Functions are basically writing your own code inside, and things happen whenever your function's called on, depending on what's inside. So that might sound confusing, so we're going to go ahead and explain that. In Scratch, they're not called functions, they're just called myblocks. Sometimes in coding languages they're called functions, and the other times they're called methods. But they all mean the same thing. So let's go ahead and make a block. And you have many different options here, but you could just do like a normal old block form. We're going to name it score. So the example here is when we press the green flag, our score goes down by a second. Now, I realize this is going down way too fast, as you can see, and that might glitch our project. So we want to go in here where we have our code. It's going to set the score to 10, change by 1 forever, but we're going to want a 1 second pause in between. So now if we click the green flag, it's going to go 10, 9, so every second is going to go down. But we don't want our score to go down, we want it to go up. So every time we press this button, we want our score to go up. Now, we can just easily do this. We can easily do that. But this is just an example. You can easily do that, but you can also easily do this. When the sprite clicked, score activates. Now, nothing happens because, as you can see, there's no use. Define score, we didn't define it, there's no use to it, it's just nothing. And as you see, every time I click on it, the defined score is has a yellow blinking aura. That's because it's activating, but there's nothing to activate inside of it, so it's just playing out nothing. But we want something, so we're gonna go ahead and attach score by 1. So now we have that. Every time we click it, it's gonna increase score by 1. Because it has the score block. So when the sprite click, activates score, and inside of score, it has changed score by 1. Now we can just normally put score right there, but what if we wanted to put more code right there that we're gonna have to keep copying? Like, for example, a code for jumping. We're gonna want to use these, which is basically called functions, but it's just called your own blocks in Scratch. So let's see what else you could do. You could change color by 25 every time it's clicked as well. So it'll change the color. And, I don't know, you can change the size too. In order to prevent it from keep going bigger every time we click it because size changes by 10, we can just pick random from, I don't know, 10 to -10. So now we can attach this, and now every time we click it, it changes to a random color and a random size, and it increases the score by 1 every time. So the functions are for when you don't feel like writing all that code or placing all that code in when sprite click or if button clicked or anything. You could just have score and then have stuff stored inside of your block or function, and so that's just simpler, cleaner, and easier. So you can just have these, I don't know, somewhere hidden up here while you have your code here, so it looks simpler and easier. While you might have to search through your code to define score and add some stuff and change some stuff to it, every time score is called, that happens. So let's just have another go at this. Let's have the background be black. Or maybe just red. So now we can do, when stage clicked, take down the block, but the block isn't here because it's only for one specific thing. So what you want to do here is, I don't know if this is possible, but we could try. Put score in here and see if this works. But no, it doesn't. Do you know why? That's because score is not defined in this sprite. your block or function is only available in one single sprite, so you'd have to copy the exact same definition and everything if you'd want to make it work. So let's try that. See? There you go. So now that you know that you can't just put in the score or your function from another sprite if you just drag the block in there, and you can't just have it empty because it's not gonna work. You need to actually drag the define in there as well. So now you have the same thing that your score has from the button sprite. So that's all you need to know about functions and making your own blocks. There's other options on here, like add an input, number or text and stuff. They can add different like functions and stuff, and just, I don't really use those much. I only use the normal blocks, so it's just add-ons to me, and I just use it by itself. So using it by itself, you can still make definitions and stuff for it, and that's all I would need. Adding the inputs and stuff, that's just like, for example, just you could do that, adding the 1, and then now you have block name 1, and like every time you call it, it'd be like named something and have like a number next to it and stuff, and that would, yeah, it's not really all that, I don't usually use it that much. So yeah, that is all you need to know about making your own functions in Scratch. So with that, remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.